come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He's been running the fast break his entire life. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing it left, dishing it right, making the right play at the right time. That's what Plainfield guards do. Let's see what the guards do down the court tonight.
And Jay, we are ready to go. This one about to get underway. Here we go. Cleveland starts with the basketball. The screen sets him up for two.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Durant to Harden. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
To Colin Sexton. Slam dunk.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Durant with the basketball up top. Down 4. Down low, Aldridge. To Allen Crabbe. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Rubio matched up with Harden. Sexton to Love. Probing the defense. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Durant across the timeline. Now down 6. To Allen Crabbe. They'll get it to Durant. Goes reverse to lay it in.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Here's Rubio into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. To Colin Sexton. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Durant with the basketball up top. 8-2 our score. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Harden, his first effort off the mark. Here's Rubio up top, up by 6. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. Durant to Harden. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Griffin. Cavaliers get possession. Ricky Rubio, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Nets have the basketball. To Durant. Blocked away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Harden to Durant. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Harden. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
LaMarcus Aldridge with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And he stuffs it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
The NBA Season 9 2021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 2-2.
Goes to the right side. 5 to shoot for Cleveland. Lets it fly from long range. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Harden to Durant. Harden to Durant. 5 on the shot clock for Durant, down low. Oh, big finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Love. And finishes strong. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Down low Durant. Kevin Durant. 3 for 4. Good start.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Rubio into the front court. Lead is 12. Shot from in close, no good. To Harden. Durant to Harden. To Durant. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Kevin Durant trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Career 88% from the line. Free throw good. A 3-point play. And they're back within single digits. Down by 9. Cleveland has the basketball. Harden to Durant. Harden to Durant. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Short jumper off the mark.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Short jumper misses. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Durant across the timeline. 9-point margin to Millsap. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Pass stolen by the Cavs. It was right there.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Aldridge to Harden. Here's Durant for two. Kevin Durant. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you.
Big pick right there.
Has a look. That's rebounded by the Nets. To Durant. The Cavs secure the rebound. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Matthew Dellavedova, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one goes down. And he makes them both.
The NBA Season 9-2021 Game 1-8 matchup will be coming up next. Charlotte Hornets 108, Washington Wizards 115.
Durant. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Oh, he's denied.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
The drive, right to the basket. Can't connect from in close.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
The NBA Season 9-2021 Game 1-8 matchup will be coming up next. Oklahoma City Thunder 6-10, Atlanta Hawks 8-9.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
First one, count it. Knocks down the second free throw. And He hits all 3 free throws.
Oh, yes, me and you. Yeah.
To Markkanen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
The NBA Season 9-2021 Game 1-8 matchup will be coming up next. Houston Rockets 1-1-5, Boston Celtics 9-8.
Channing Frye at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 82%. And he can't convert the free throw. Here comes the screen. To Millsap. Fires the 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Oh, Millsap missed his first. That one goes.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Brooklyn with the basketball.
The NBA Season 9-2021 Game 1-8 matchup will be coming up next. Minnesota Timberwolves 7-9, New Orleans Pelicans 3-1-5.
Quarter 3 at the buzzer. First quarter in the books. The Cavaliers with the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Everyone gets free pizza.
To Durant.
The NBA Season 9-2021 Game 1-8 matchup will be coming up next. Indiana Pacers 7-1-1, Chicago Bulls 1-2-5.
Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. He's looking for that touch.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Durant across the timeline, trailing by 10. Over to the right side, to Millsap. Oh, Millsap, he is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. To Allen Crabbe. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. To Durant. Deep right corner from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Markkanen. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
KD with the rock. To Allen Crabbe. Durant. To Allen Crabbe. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. No good for Allen Crabbe.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kevin Durant trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Whoops, that won't go. Here's Rubio into the front court. Up 5. He throws it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Durant. Cavs at the controls. Count it.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
To Durant. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Rubio. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Nice finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And the basket good at the rim.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Subbing in for the Cavaliers, number 4.
To Allen Crabbe. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Trying to cash in. Ricky Rubio. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Allen Crabbe. Griffin. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Looking to push. Brooklyn's got it. And the 2 for Blake Griffin.
No. See, this is where I lose my mind. If you have that height, you got to throw that one down with authority. Send a message.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Driving's Rubio, but he can't get it to fall.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Fine to shoot. To Allen Crabbe. Has a chance. Allen Crabbe has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw.
Substitutions, Brooklyn. Subbing in for Cleveland.
And gets both to drop at the line.
I got blocked.
To Love. Blake Griffin tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
And count the basket. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Durant with the basketball up top. Down 5. To Griffin. Harden. To Griffin. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Has a look. And scores.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Short jumper off the mark. To Durant. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Harden to Durant. Beyond the arc for 3. Not that time. To Love. Shot from the lane won't go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Another follow. Stays out. To Colin Sexton. Not that time.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Wide open look won't go.
And would you like to be in the lead? Of course you would, but still, I like the fact that you got an open shot. Eventually, those will start going in.
Off the assist.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer, always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
You've got to get that one to go. To Durant. For 3, and Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the 3. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, Mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Rubio. Cavs with 4 to shoot. Rubio cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
It's in the hands of James Harden. To Durant. Oh, he had it. Takes stock of the floor. To Rubio. Cashes in for 2.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Harden to Durant. Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. LaMarcus Aldridge snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Durant. Griffin. They'll get it to Durant. Flushes it home. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Kevin Love, 4 out of 7. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Cavaliers have the lead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cavaliers have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Cleveland Cavaliers. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
It's James Harden once again. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant to Aldridge. Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Here's Rubio up top. Our score all even in this third quarter. Five to shoot for Cleveland. Here comes the screen. That's a 24-second violation. Harden to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Rubio. Kevin Durant swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Here comes the screen. Harden to Griffin. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Griffin for Durant down low. Throws it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Cleveland has the basketball. Rubio. To Love. Blake Griffin able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Rebound comes to Aldridge. Durant across the timeline. They lead it, 4-point game. And slams it down. Big finish for Aldridge.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Fires the 3. Man, that was a tough shot.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Durant with the basketball up top. Up by 3. 4-3. He was all over him. And the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Durant to Griffin. cleans it up. Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Rubio to Love. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. James Harden at the controls to Durant. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Harden with it up top. His guys now trailing by a point. To Griffin. With a drop step. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Nets have it. To Durant. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And the finish. Slam dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Griffin. Durant. From the painted area, won't go down. Griffin. Down low Durant. Runner here, won't go down. With a drop step. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
To Aldridge. Able to convert inside.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
It's Harden. Not going down for him this time. Over to the right side. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Harden, down low, Aldridge. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Tried to slam it down, but it comes out. To Durant. Griffin. Down low, Aldridge.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Wide open look, won't go. Ball in possession of Cleveland. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Durant across the timeline. His guys now down by a point. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Markkanen. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
He's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Matthew Dellavedova at the line for two shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Harden has it up the floor. That pass stolen by the Cavs. Big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Harden into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. And he buries it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Colin Sexton. Here comes the screen. Great feed. Sets it up. Markkanen slams it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Nice swat that time.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Sexton. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Won't go down. Harden in possession. Trailing by 4. To Aldridge. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
LaMarcus Aldridge at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw try, off the mark. To Markkanen. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
And he'll head to the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Team foul number 2, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Tyler Johnson, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. Misses the first. No good. Missed them both. To Markkanen. Nice pass to set things up.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Finish that. To Markkanen. Shot from in close, no good. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Joe Harris has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Nothing going here on that drive. Add 2 points to the board.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Down low, Aldridge. Can't miss those. Has a chance. Not that time. Long heave from 3/4 court. That ends the third quarter. The Cavaliers with the lead. The Cavaliers start with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
To Harden. Short jumper off the mark. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Markkanen. Rubio. Paul Millsap Huge block. 8 now. It's Brooklyn's ball. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Harden. Not that time. He missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Here comes the screen. To Rubio. Lets it fly from long range. Millsap with the board. Harden with the basketball. His guys down by 9. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Fires the 3. Another chance. Oh, and a putback.
He's so good down low. This 4-time All-Star really does a good job of utilizing that body to muscle through contact and finish with the best of them.
To Markkanen. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Channing Frye at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's in the hands of Harden. To Millsap. Surveys the floor. Not that time. To Markkanen. To Rubio. Shot clock winding down. Goes to the left side. From long range. Tough shot from Markkanen. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Markkanen.
Subbing in for Cleveland, number 16.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Old school equals high percentage.
That is great vision to set it up. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 4 out of 7.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Rubio against Harden. Has a look. It's Aldridge with the rebound. To Harden. Cavs at the controls. Trying to cash in. Shot by Rubio, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. That one off the mark. It's no good. Markkanen to Rubio. Markkanen to Rubio. Missed a wide open look. Griffin down low. Aldridge could not throw it down. Screen coming. Blake Griffin rejects it. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Markkanen. And the nice finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. How do you stop that? Aldridge knocks down the step back.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Colin Sexton. Missed that one. His coach cannot be a happy camper.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Sexton. To Griffin. They'll get it to Durant. Able to convert inside.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
To Love. Here comes the screen. Love. Cavs with 4 to shoot. Short jumper misses. Ah, rocking the rim.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Love. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Harden to Allen Crabbe. Harden. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Colin Sexton. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. He gets it.
strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Colin Sexton. Off the assist.
Absolute stud, just flexing on them on both the defensive and offensive end. I don't know if we should call him the young bull anymore. He's maturing right in front of our eyes.
Missed it. How'd that not go down? He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Now the Cavs gonna signal for timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Rubio into the front court, up by 3. To Love. Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
2-point shot for James Harden. And it's Rubio who's able to claim the board. To Love. Got it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Durant to Allen Crabbe. Shot from the lane won't go. And scores.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Rotate.
To Colin Sexton. To Rubio. Shot from in close, no good. Harden in possession. His team down 9. Curling inside. Drives, but shot won't go down. Another follow, no good. The Cavs are victorious as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Cavaliers almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. It wasn't surprising to see this team on the losing end of this matchup. They weren't very good with their execution, and they suffered for it. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.